Will AI replace the entire internet by 2026? Will MatPat run for president in 2028? Is AI going to extinct humankind as early as 2029 like all the clickbait videos are suggesting? And might Disney be our unlikely savior from stopping this future butterfly effect by just winning a court case against AI art generators? This week has been one hell of an existential crisis, and that's not even mentioning the potential threat of World War III looming on the horizon. So Disney is suing Midjourney AI in the first of its kind lawsuit. I cannot believe it. Actual rare W for Disney. You guys may have butchered Star Wars and most of my childhood, but I might forgive y'all if you could just do us a big favor and save us from the robot apocalypse. Disney and Universal are suing AI image generator Midjourney, alleging copyright infringement. The content of the lawsuit is over illegal distribution of their characters. I mean, come on, there's no way you haven't seen at least one Disney AI generated meme at this point. Regardless, as stated earlier, this is the first lawsuit of its kind, especially considering it's from a massive corporate entity like Disney and Universal, meaning there is a chance that the court ruling from this case may set a precedent for all of AI content generation and finally regulate what AI industries can and can't train their AI on. Huge disclaimer, by the way, I don't actually mind real traditional AI or even robots to some extent. Of course, AI in technicality has already existed for decades now, and I'm totally okay with it, like the ones in video games, for example. Any real gamer has already known the term AI long before it got hijacked by all these wince-worthy boomer CEOs. Unfortunately, since hijacking the term, it is now their favorite buzzword for the past 5 years, as it's literally plastered everywhere by every single one of them. None of them even know what they're talking about, and laws regarding these are moving way too slowly, and that's very scary when you consider how fast AI is advancing. While Midjourney makes a small drop in the bucket of just $300 million a year compared to Universal Disney's earnings, they stated that creativity is the cornerstone of their business and therefore are defending the job security of all their artists by suing Midjourney anyways. The reality is a lot of larger AI models are a lot harder to win a lawsuit against, but having this court ruling between these two massive companies declare something will be enough to shake the foundations that even ChatGPT or OpenAI will feel it. Usually I don't find myself cheering for big corporations, but in a billionaire eat billionaire world, when it comes to this kind of corpo versus corpo PvP, I'm all for it. As the average person, we stand to benefit from it. Creativity died and we are the ones who killed it. Billionaire CEOs running all these AI companies have been rampantly ruining life and creativity, which were the things that AI supposedly were going to help free our time to do. AI used to be marketed as the one destined to destroy the monotonous job grind, not make it worse. Like, it's funny how not even 2 years ago, a lot of tech bros used to laugh at AI stealing art from artists, saying, "Get a real job, haha, screw you artists." But now that AI is replacing a lot of their jobs and the tech sector layoffs have been rising rapidly and putting them back through a 1,000 job application blender just to end up underemployed at the local Starbucks, they've started to see our perspective a bit. AI has destroyed many new college graduates' hope of getting any job security, and it's only estimated to get worse if nothing changes. The joke is no longer funny to tech bros anymore because it's now been played on them as well, and it may come for anyone else's job too, not just artists, not just tech industry. It's only going to get worse. The only people who stand to benefit from unregulated AI continuing on the path that it's going down are the hyper wealthy, who indiscriminately train and steal their AI on anyone and everyone else's occupation. Speaking of unregulated stealing, not only is AI trying to steal your art, but it turns out it might even steal something even worse: your shopping habits, browsing history, and even your identity, which is why you'll need today's sponsor, Incogni. Data breaches are becoming more common in today's world, and I, like many others, have had the misfortune of falling victim to them. It could be a bank or student loan account you had open years ago, but once the information is leaked, it's immediately sold to data brokers, dangerously giving out vital information like social security numbers or even court records. Thankfully, Incogni scrubs your data from more than 250 broker sites, and it continuously monitors your data from popping up again with continuous data sweeps. The new unlimited plan gives you access to custom removals, so if you ever find your personal information exposed when when Googling yourself, you can paste that exact URL by copying the entire link and submitting it to Incogni Custom Removal. There's no limit to these submissions, so fire away as many times as you need and their team will be on their way to removing your info. Thanks to this new feature, taking back your personal data is less challenging and more convenient. So head over to incogni.com/bladed and get 60% off an annual plan and give yourself the relief and security you deserve in this ever-evolving internet landscape. Someone please rename Dead Internet Theory into Dead Internet Reality. We're already here. This is no exaggeration either. Over 57% of content you see online is now AI generated, with some analysts even estimating by 2026 it will rise sharply to 90%. That's almost the entirety of the internet at that point. I used to be doubtful of those projections, but again, already at the 57% mark, I'm seeing that every single comment section on every single social media platform be filled with bots everywhere. Like, people keep saying, Bladed, do something about these bots. Ask YouTube to do something about them. I'm just one person. Every content creator on YouTube, or like I said, any other platform like Instagram, Twitter, whatever, we're struggling with this. We cannot stop this as a singular person. Dead Internet Theory doesn't just mean clickbait clout chasers will disappear. It also means every single trustworthy function on the internet will now be hijacked by an AI robot. There can be fake videos spreading crimes that never happened, political messages so realistic between politicians that they actually get countries into wars because the boomers already get fooled by AI generated pugs saving babies on islands, and considering most boomers are in political leadership positions, that means they may unironically be a war that starts in the near future over AI generated slop. Every photo you see, every place posted online, and every word you read may all be completely fake. There will be no human on the other side of it. Now magnify that to every corner of the internet. Nothing will function as we've gotten used to it. Products you may want to buy may never arrive since you never actually bought anything from a real person who runs a real store. It'll all be scams. Overseas corporations with no morals and no regulations will just go wild, all for making a quick buck. That's a consequence of not regulating AI. I've spent my entire life being someone who used to be really against more regulation, and for most things in life, that's still true. I usually don't like government overreach and too much regulation. However, for this specific instance, us humans were put into this world, so it's our right to run this world, to live in this world. What future will be waiting for us when it wasn't even made by us for us anymore? Yeah, right, I'm just gonna be okay with watching humanity's future fold. You want robots? Cool. You wanna be a cyborg? Also fine by me. I've got a bionic shoulder and I understand the weakness of flesh and pathetic coding of DNA, since the whole concept of cancer is just stupid cells glitching out and betraying each other. I get it. I've had my fights and battles with the weakness of the human body. However, I still like the concept and idea of being human. I understand that technology and advancements in tech have improved our lives considerably, which is why I don't hate technology. I just thought that we were going to use AI to help humanity, to augment it, to strengthen it, not destroy every last ounce of it. In a world where it feels like each individual human is becoming more and more powerless against these massive billionaire companies, the only hope some of us can have is that maybe they'll start punching each other and keeping each other in check instead. Therefore, I find myself rooting for Disney here. The crazy part is I think they might not win this case. Even though they are a huge company, a lot of other massive corporations are hell-bent on pushing AI-generated slop that they might actually convince Disney to settle out of court instead. And again, to anyone who works at Disney who somehow found this video, considering the string of L's your company has taken financially in the past few years, this would be a huge public W if you won this court case and set a precedent for the future regarding AI-generated slop. When will we finally put this on rails? Again, I'm not wishing for AI to disappear overnight. That's not how this works, and I also think that, again, if used correctly, we can make AI benefit humankind, but I do think currently it's on a complete crash course towards oblivion. We need to have bumpers, we need to put it on rails, and we need better guidance. We do need rules and regulations to stop the dead internet havoc that AI's been wrecking on every single job in the past few years. Laugh now, but it'll get yours in a few years too, especially if nothing is done to stop it.
But hey, that's just a theory.
Speaking of stopping it, one of the few people I have the highest hopes for saving us from dead internet theory or dead internet reality, whatever, is MatPat. No, I'm not memeing. He's officially involved with US politics now. The boomers in office are currently way too uneducated about AI and modern internet in general. That unironically the best person to have in a political seat and have an audience with Congress would be a former content creator like MatPat, especially considering he's one of the most morally clean and least clout chaser influencers to probably exist for our generation. As I mentioned in my previous video, we are in a rapidly shifting world. It's so drastically different from any other time in humanity. We need more young people to properly bring these concerns to lawmakers. Unfortunately, we're now in a time period where more old people than ever are holding political positions, but we need more young people to properly bring these concerns to lawmakers since we actually understand the most about modern technology. And this isn't me just dunking on old people. We're all going to get old. I look forward to it, in fact. But it's factually proven that as you age over 60, your neuroplasticity and adaptability of accepting new technology plummets drastically. Let's not pretend we haven't helped our grandparents or even our parents with using their iPad. Millennials grew up alongside the internet. They weren't totally born into it like Gen Z is, which is why MatPat might be able to bridge the gap between boomer-zoomer mindsets.
Everything from online privacy, responsible use of AI, addictive algorithms, protection of children on the internet, the list goes on and on. That we can help educate legislators on these fast-moving, ever-evolving issues so that legislation is timely and relevant. This is an everyone industry. Many of the issues that are facing the creator economy are also increasingly impacting small businesses and civilians at large.
MatPat is currently in charge of a creator economy caucus in the House of Representatives. His main goals are to counter addictive algorithms, regulate AI slop, and also protect kids from the weird side of the internet. Y'all remember ElsaGate from back in the day? But yeah, in his own speech, he addresses how rapidly the internet has shifted even in his lifetime and goes on to say that this isn't a content creator economy, but an everyone economy. Everything is at stake here. This is all of our problems. Small businesses, consumers, and yes, even big corporations will feel the burn from their short-sighted AI greed. Seriously, let's actually imagine what will happen to the internet if it's 90% bots. Let's say I'm a stupid, greedy billionaire CEO who is chasing infinite growth in a finite world, and I'm confused why my quarterly earnings are down season after season. How could that be? We're running more market campaigns than ever. Why is no one buying? We're showing higher views on our ads than ever, so all the numbers are up, but why is the profit down? How is this not translating into sales? Because it's all just robots consuming your ads. Dear billionaire companies, if dead internet becomes an even deeper reality than it already is, you stand to lose everything. Who will your company have left to advertise to when no one on the internet is real anymore, when there's no one actually on the other side who's going to buy the product? How will investor meetings go when each quarterly meeting is filled with declining profits? And that probably perked up some ears since most of them care more about investors and customers these days. Looking at you, former Harley CEO, brief automotive tangent, but never have I seen a CEO so shamelessly admit he cared more about investors than customers. You know why he's not CEO anymore? Because he thought making a 97 horsepower, $49,000 motorcycle past 2020 is something that people still wanted, and that was a reasonable price for it. And no, I'm not jealous. I've had the misfortune of owning 2 Harleys before. We ain't fixing this one. Not even Bob the Builder wants that smoke. Harley isn't a made in America brand anymore. So buy used, let another sucker buy new. Better yet, don't let anyone buy these stupid things at all. Do not give any money to modern Harley. Harley has been in free fall financially for 8 years now since they tried to cater to investors and did not take customer feedback seriously, didn't care about us complaining about rising prices and lower reliability. He was too stupid to realize is if you lose customers, then there will be no more product to make and no more product to sell, and therefore nothing for investors to actually invest in. So you lose all of your money. This ties back into this video because it proves a real world example of the hubris and lack of neuroplasticity that these 60+ CEOs have and how it directly impacts the companies and even countries they run. This exact issue is happening tenfold in every other corporate sector as their CEOs are making a mad dash towards AIifying every single aspect of their company and our lives. All for what? Think, corpo, think. Who will you have left after 5 years when there's no real human left on the internet to sell anything to? Me, you'll still have me. Even if all my peers get replaced by AI, I'll still be here uploading. I survived cancer, I'll survive AI too. YouTube will have to cease its existence as a company for me to stop uploading. So if you want to support one of the few humans still on the internet, then make sure to subscribe for more weekly situation updates and like this video. Share it with your AI chatbot GF, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.